is political agreement signed between Lieutenant-General Fattah Al-Burhan, chairman of Transitional Sovereignty Council, and the commander of Sudanese Armed Forces, and Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok, is likely to be rejected. On November 21, 2021, a political agreement was signed between the two tools of the international colonialism in Sudan, Al-Burhan and Hamdok. The agreement came in 14 points to rearrange the political scene in favor of the military. This comes after Al-Burhan's coup on Hamdok, and his house arrest on October 25, 2021. America, Britain, their regional tools, and other countries were quick to welcome this agreement. First, crossing red lines by the civilians who are linked to Europeans' colonialism, especially Britain, and their demand for the presidency of the Sovereign Council and placing the security services in the hands of the Prime Minister to rearrange and restructure them and freeing them from U.S. influence, and set them in the service of English influence. All this have hastened Al-Burhan's coup, which was planned for him and supervised by the U.S. Special Envoy Jeffrey Feltman on his visit to Sudan that concluded on the evening of October 24, 2021. Second, the civilians led by Hamdok wagered on the public and international pressure, enforcing Al-Burhan to retreat from his coup, and that was a losing bet. So, it was a disappointment, and the response to each demonstration was weaker than the one preceded it. The international pressure was weak, because America rejected describing actions taken by Al-Burhan as a coup. Ned Price, U.S. Department of State spokesperson, states, "The United States considered what happened in Sudan a military takeover, and the word coup needs a legal assessment." Also, Feltman stated that he accepts a civilian government with or without Hamdok in it, and said, "We reaffirm that people's restoration of partnership led by Hamdok or without him is a must." Third, when the message reached that the street response was weak, and that the American concoction was ready. U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs Molly Fee returned to Khartoum from 14 November 16, 2021. According to a statement of the U.S. Embassy in Khartoum as reported by the Anatolia, that the purpose of the visit is to support the reaching of a solution to the Sudanese crisis and the return of Hamdok to office. Thus, between Feltman's arrangement for the coup and the arrival of Molly, many waters has run under the bridge that necessitated that the British agents, especially Hamdok, lower their ceiling, and were satisfied with his return as Prime Minister, to work under the supervision of the Sovereignty Council and the military according to the political agreement, and not to demand the presidency of the Sovereignty Council and the restructuring of the security services. Sudan has become an arena for international conflict between the old colonial polar, Britain, represented by Hamdok, and the advocates of civilian, and the modern colonization, America, represented by the leaders of the military institution. Thus these civilian and military ideas are one of the tools of this conflict. They are two sides of the same coin. Thanks for watching.